Assalamu alaikum. This Rafidi Zindiq is making claims. Let's see them.
Okay, so some ginger Jahil has decided that he wants to make a refutation video to me. He's replied back to my video, but he hasn't proved anything. The purpose of my video was that Aisha was divorced, and he read the same hadith that I read, which said the same things that I said, which means that Aisha was divorced and that the Prophet gave authority to Imam Ali to divorce his wives.
في شرح بال الرسول volume 4 page 239 بحر الانوار by Bakim Majlisi volume 28 page 107. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave Imam Ali the authority to divorce any of his wives. He said, "O Ali, whoever disobeys you from amongst my wives, then divorce her, so Allah and his messenger would be disassociated from her."
So here in Bihar al-Anwar, as you mentioned, what happened is I'm going to summarize it, inshallah. Take a screenshot and read it yourself. It says that the Prophet ﷺ gathered his wives and he told them, okay, listen to Ali alayhi salam, and if Ali tells you anything, you have to obey him and follow what he says. And he told Ali, فَمَنْ عَصَاكَ مِنْهُنَّ فَطَلِّقْهَا طَلَاقًا يَبْرَأُ اللَّهُ رَسُولَهُ مِنْهَا. And whoever amongst them that disobeys you, O Ali, divorce her. Funny part is the Prophet gave authority to Ali for Ali to divorce Aisha or any of his wives when they disobey. Aisha alayhi salam told the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, would we do it? Would we disobey after you? He said, Bala, ya Humayra, qad khalafti amri ashad al-khilaf. You have disobeyed me. And wa aim Allah, and by Allah, you're going to disobey after me and you're going to leave your house, etc. And that is a lie because Ali did not divorce her. We're going to prove that inshallah. And your other sources says the same thing, that the Prophet or Ali alayhi salam divorced Aisha, which is a lie.
So he really didn't do anything. He made a video just for the sake of making a video. If you look at the amount of followers he has and if you look at the amount of views he has, you can clearly see that he only made this video for clout. Unfortunately, it didn't work in your favor. But what has happened as a backlash is now making this video where I'm going to expose your mother Aisha even more and show you even more narrations where she was divorced from the Prophet. So we look at Bihar al-Anwar by Allama Bakim Majlisi, volume 22, page 488. The Prophet said, O Ali, whoever of my wives disobeys you, she has disobeyed me, and whoever disobeys me has verily disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I am innocent of them. So make me innocent of them, meaning divorce them. Then Ali alayhi salam said, yes, I will do it. Next we look at Al-Ihtijaj, volume 1, page 261 and 263. The Prophet said to Ali alayhi salam, whoever Ali divorces from me, that separation would be valid. We look at Bihar al-Anwar, volume 28, page 45. The Prophet said, O Ali, divorce them if they rebel against you, which is what Aisha did. And such a divorce that makes Allah's messenger innocent of her, meaning who? Aisha. Bihar al-Anwar, volume 33, page 248 to 250, narrated Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari that Muawiyah was having a conversation with an older individual, and Muawiyah and the individual in that conversation, basically Muawiyah said to the individual, who was on the right path at Jamal? Ali, alayhi salam, or Aisha? The old man said, of course it was Ali. So Muawiyah said, but Aisha was the mother of the believers. So why did Ali alayhi salam fight his mother? So do you know what the person replied, the old man? He said, well, the Quran told Aisha to stay at home. She shouldn't have been out of her home in the first place, as the Quran said, Ya azwajun nabi fi buyutikunna. Aisha is the only wife to disobey this direct command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then he goes on to say, didn't the Prophet say, O Ali, after me you are my Khalif and you have the authority to divorce my wives? Aisha caused bloodshed of Muslims, and he says, the old man said, certainly they both, Aisha and Hafsa, are like the wife of Nuh alayhi salam in the hellfire, and it is the worst destiny for disbelievers. We look at Bihar al-Anwar, volume 52, page 78 to 89. The Prophet told Ali alayhi salam, this status, mother of the believers, is valid for them until they remain in the obedience. However, if they disobey Allah after me, and they come out in armed confrontation against you, which is what Aisha did, remove her from my wifehood and take away her status of motherhood of the faithful. Meaning what? She's not Mu'mineen. Manaqib al ibn Abi Talib, volume 2, page 153 and 154. The Prophet delegated the authority of divorce of his wives to Ali alayhi salam after the battle of Jamal. Ali threatened Aisha with divorce. Ithbat al-Wasiyah, page 173, Imam Hussein gave a letter to Aisha divorcing her from the Prophet after she ordered arrows to be fired at the funeral coffin of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. Ithbat al-Huda, volume 2, page 255, Imam Hussein gave a letter to Aisha divorcing her from the Prophet after she prevented al-Hassan alayhi salam being buried next to his grandfather and attacked his funeral. Now, up till now, these have all been threats of divorce and authority delegated to Imam Ali. Now let's look at the actual divorce in itself from the Imam.
And that is a lie, because Ali did not divorce her. We're going to prove that, inshallah.
Look at Asrar al-Imama, page 170 and 171. Sheikh Hassan Tabrasi said, Ali alayhi salam did indeed divorce Aisha on the day of Jamal, and the proof of this is Tariq ibn A'zam al-Kufi, who was a Nasibi, and despite being a Nasibi, he mentioned this in his Tariq. Bihar al-Anwar, volume 27, page 293. Ali alayhi salam divorced Aisha and took away the title of mother of the believers from her, meaning what? That she's not a mother of the believer any longer. Shar Usul al-Kafi, volume 6, page 345. Ali alayhi salam did indeed divorce Aisha after the death of the Prophet, so she has now lost the title of al-Mu'mineen. Mirat al-Aqul, volume 9, page 9. Aisha was discharged of her title of the mother of the believers via a divorce from Ali alayhi salam. Zahr Rabi, page 229 and 230, Syed Ni'matullah Jazairi says, our master Ali alayhi salam divorced Aisha after the battle of Jamal. And we look at Al-Su'al wa Ishkal, page 516. Prophet's wives are the mothers of the believers, however, there are conditions to this. The conditions are that they must obey Allah and they must obey His Messenger and not oppose them intentionally, as was the case with Aisha. Now, he also said in his video that Imam Ali said at the end of the Battle of Jamal that Aisha's my mother, right? Let's have a look if Imam actually did say that. We look at Kitab Sulaim bin Qais al-Hilali, hadith number 67. Imam Ali alayhi salam after the Battle of Jamal spoke badly about Aisha. Ammar said, leave it, O Commander of the Faithful, she is your mother. Imam Ali replied, never. I am with Allah, and I do not care about those who oppose Allah. Surely Allah has tested you through your mother Aisha, so it becomes known whether you are with Him, meaning Allah, or you are with Aisha. So no, Imam Ali didn't call her al-Mu'mineen after the Battle of Jamal. In fact, when Ammar said she's your mother, Imam Ali said, never. She's not my mother. So therefore, you ginger boy, next time, think about before making a reply video to me. All you did was reiterate the same points that I made. You didn't refute me. You didn't bring any sort of counter evidence to prove that the divorce didn't happen. And you're just sitting there trying to get some sort of clout. Go on, reply back to this video so I can expose you even more.